Hello, it's Peter Bradshaw from The Guardian, and this is my final festival vlog.
No!
Yes, I'm afraid it is my final vlog, and it's all the more important, therefore, that you subscribe and leave a comment. And we're talking about competition entry The Mastermind, which, sadly, is not a movie IP adaptation of this. It hardly needs to be said that the title is ironic. The abject non-hero of Kelly Reichart's engrossingly downbeat art heist comedy, set in 60s Massachusetts, is weak, vain, and utterly clueless. Finally, he's a weirdly Updikean figure, though without the self-awareness, going on the run, with no money and without a change of clothes, to escape from the grotesque mess that he has made for himself and his family. He is James, played with hangdog near charm by Josh O'Connor, an art school dropout and would-be architectural designer, married with 2 young sons to Terry, and a minor complaint from me here is that there's not enough to do for the excellent Alana Haim. He depends on the social standing of his father Bill, a judge, formidably played by Bill Camp, and is borrowing large sums of money from his patrician mother Sarah, played by Hope Davis, ostensibly to finance a new project. But James has something else in mind for the cash. Having established the lax security measures at a local art gallery, he plans to pay 2 tough guys and a getaway driver to steal 4 paintings by American artist Arthur Dove and hide them at a nearby farmhouse. But then, as one of the robbers plaintively asks him, how are they to be fenced? James's answer to that turns out to be the most pathetic thing of all. Obviously, you wouldn't expect the quietest, realist movie art of Kelly Reichardt to give us anything like Ocean's 11 or Reservoir Dogs, but the very fact of its ostentatiously unadorned reality makes the extraordinary event startling and shot, as always with Reichardt, with an earth tones colour palette in a cold, clear daylight, in a kind of unflavoured, unaccented style. We are talking about robbery with guns, after all, pointed at innocent people, and security guards roughed up, with no dramatic music on the soundtrack, quite as it would be in real life. Yet Reichardt has unerringly located the unglamour in the heist. You might compare this to realist art heist pictures like Alonso Ruiz Palacios' Museo of 2018 or Burt Layton's American Animals, but it's utterly distinctive and exciting in its way, and so is the weird slice-of-life quality in every recorded detail of the chaotic and extended aftermath. The real meat of the picture, in fact, in which James shows his failure to anticipate the reliability level of the tough guys he can afford and the likelihood that the local mob will not take kindly to audacious, eye-catching and, who knows, lucrative art robberies on their turf. James travels around his variously wary and aghast acquaintances, and these scenes show us the awful truth about James's abysmally insubstantial dreams and ambitions. He periodically makes contact from call boxes, asking the kids to put mommy on the phone, avoiding justice, committing contemptible theft, so much less exciting than art theft, and finally receiving brutal poetic justice amid the injustice of Nixon's America. As for O'Connor himself, his art thief character is weirdly comparable to the one he played in Alice Rohrwacher's 2023 film La Chimera, the former archaeological scholar turned antiquity robber, although he was there physically tougher and more knowledgeable about art theft. As for Kelly Reichardt, her last film was also about art, Showing Up, with Michelle Williams as the stressed artist whose day-to-day existence, the banal business of showing up, is shown to be realer than the supposed white heat of artistic inspiration. There, the quotidian details were as relevant as the art. In The Mastermind, the dreary details of post-heist calamity are as pertinent as the main event. It is this that attracts Reichardt's observing eye and makes The Mastermind so quietly gripping. So that's it from me in Cannes. It's always very sad for me to be leaving. I just want to say, as ever, quite seriously, Thank you so much to everyone watching these vlogs and for all your lovely comments. I do really appreciate them as ever. I'll see you next week in London. Goodbye.